Hey everybody, we're back. Tesla FSD 12.4.1 just drove us all the way here to this parking lot with zero interventions. And now I have one more stop to make. I gotta go to Best Buy and pick up some more SD cards. You know, these damn SD cards, they're just way too small. So let's have the car take us there. Take me to Best Buy in Torrance. So can the car get us from parking lot to parking lot without any interventions? Let's find out. All right, starting straight out of the parking spot. Here we go. Will it be able to find its way out of this maze of a parking garage? Let's see. Okay, it's making a left. Oh, there's a Cybertruck on the left. Okay, it's a car pulling out. It's waiting for it. We've got some pedestrians. We've got a kid and a mom. This guy continues to pull out. He's taking his sweet time. All right, come on, dude. We got people on YouTube watching here. They got places to be. All right, we got a truck coming. Going very slow. Too slow. Really crawling along like a snail here. Okay, it heard me. Got self-conscious. Alright, we're making a left turn. Very good. And that is the way out of the garage. Nicely done. Alright, now we gotta make a left here. There's a car pulling out. There's potentially traffic coming. We got another Tesla coming. But it did good. But will it find its way out to the street? That's the real question. And it looks like it is smart enough to do that. It realizes that it's not on the street yet, and it needs to turn to get onto the street. So right turn, straight into the left turn lane. Very good. And now we wait to make a left. All right, it's finally our turn. And we've completed our left. And it looks like it's just a pretty boring straight shot, 8-mile drive from here to there. But this is Pacific Coast Highway here. Lots of twists and turns along the way on the road. People doing crazy stuff like that. Suddenly getting out of the way of a car that's stopped. Really nice, comfortable speed. Maybe we'll try this route. This looks less boring. even though it's a little bit longer. We'll take the road less traveled. Want to give it a little bit of a challenge, you know. We don't want an easy victory here. To say, yeah, okay, it did zero intervention, point to point, but it was too easy. We're on the move again. Now we're going to be making a left turn onto Anita Street in 2.3 miles. So, you get to watch the excitement of LA traffic. Do you see how it paused for that guy to see if he was going to run into the road before continuing? There was nobody behind me, so it was able to do that without disrupting anybody. But yeah, you guys get to watch all the excitement of LA traffic here. But this is the real test. This is a real use case. Okay, I'm going home from school. I'm going home from work. Maybe I picked up the kids. Is the software going to be able to drive me in not just a typical traffic situation, but your afternoon rush hour situation where every street is going to be more crowded, the lanes are going to be more crowded. You may have to struggle a little bit to make it into a left turn lane, to be able to change lanes. So can the system really work in that type of environment? And I find that quite often it can. It's really incredibly robust to any type of real world situation you throw at it. Uh-oh, here's a sign. The lane's closed off. This is not good. Looks like there was a bit of a standoff there. Okay, finally it went. I was about to push the accelerator pedal, but I didn't have to. It's a little bit of an awkward situation there, negotiating. The vehicle there was clearly giving us time to go, but the car wasn't taking the opportunity until a little bit later. So let's send that up to them. That was a situation it could have improved on. But it was still able to handle it, which is pretty cool. That's what I mean by even just driving straight down this street, there can be challenges, things like that. So the car didn't require an intervention there by the strictest definition of the word require, but it did embarrass me. It held up traffic. So that's also a negative. But this is where you really get into the subjectivity of an intervention. Like, okay, any normal person probably would have intervened there. They would have hit the accelerator pedal or maybe taken over and driven it themselves and then turned it back on. But there's a difference between you taking over because you can and the system's doing something a little bit embarrassing, and there a takeover that had to happen to prevent a crash. So, we can allow cars, as long as they're not having any safety critical issues, as long as they're not crashing, little moments of confusion like that where you need a human to confirm, that can actually be done remotely, or the car can handle it itself, as you saw. But the safety critical is what we really care about. So often people get sort of confused. Did you have to intervene to prevent a crash, or did you merely get impatient, as you should? Obviously you don't want to just be sitting there for no reason. But it's different than a crash. A delay is obviously less severe than a crash. It's still a negative, but it's a different category. Alright, this guy just got his new truck. He's having some fun. He's driving over the line. Tesla doesn't care. Alright, looks like we've possibly got some more construction up ahead on the right side this time. And we are going to be making a left turn in less than half a mile now onto Anita Street. We got a car changing lanes to avoid the construction, I suppose. And the car is still here. It hasn't made a lane change into the left lane yet. Okay, this seemed like a great opportunity to get into the left lane before all these cars came on the left side. Now it's going to be a bit more challenging to get into the left lane with all these cars, but it'll probably still do it anyway. Oh, it looks like there was an accident or something. Something that needed to be towed. Alright, we're just 0.1 miles away from our left turn. We really need to be getting over at this point, but we aren't. I wonder why that is. Okay, now we're finally getting over. I guess it maybe just has the confidence to know it can make it now without a ton of time. So who am I to judge here in the peanut gallery? As long as it can do it, it's great. Alright, we got the green arrow. We're making a left turn. And we got some construction here on the left side. The cars changed lanes immediately into the right lane to avoid it. Avoid the construction workers there in the middle of the road. Very nice. And now it's going to make a right turn onto Prospect Avenue in just 0.1 miles. As a matter of fact, there's Prospect right ahead. Looks like there's a big garbage truck in front of us. but it decided to go ahead. That's great. And here we're going to make a right turn. Nicely done. And now we've got a left turn just ahead in half a mile. Okay, some interesting lane indecisiveness going on here. I think that maybe it thought, because of the blinking lights on this car, that it might be a stopped car, that it needed to go around. But in reality, those are just caution lights rather than hazard lights. Alright, it now wants to get out of this lane, but there are cars there. Alright. Quarter mile until our left turn. Feels like everyone's driving very slowly. And here's our left turn now. Car's getting into the left turn lane. We don't have a left arrow here, so we need to check if it's clear. And the car goes for it before the traffic approaches. Very nice. Next, we're going to be making a right turn onto Anza in 3/4 of a mile. Nice, comfortable ride here as usual. Got some hills. Looks like we got a school getting out here. Alright, it's getting ready to make a right turn, but there's a stopped garbage truck. It needs to get out of there right away. Alright, that was a little scary with how close it got, but it did get around it in time. Alright, now we're dipping in here to make a right turn. Alright, we're creeping forward to make a right. Oh boy. Wow. Get full self-driving, you guys. It can help you in a situation like that where a car jumps in front of you. It can help prevent a crash. It's just good to have a second set of eyes that can handle complex situations like that, just in case for whatever reason you slip up. Next up, we're making a left turn onto Lomita Boulevard in 1.3 miles. Just remarkably smooth and comfortable ride. It feels so human-like. Alright, we're almost at Lomita Boulevard now, just a quarter-mile away. And we're going to make a left turn there. And then we're getting pretty close to our destination. Alright, we're making a left turn. And now we're going to make a right turn onto Hawthorne Boulevard in half a mile. Cars traveling at a good speed here, I like it. Making a lane change over. Great, made a right turn, and now we have to turn into Best Buy in 0.6 miles. So Best Buy is on the other side of this road, and we've got a busy, huge, major boulevard here. So we've got to cross the other side of traffic to get into Best Buy, which sounds kind of challenging. Let's try this actually. This seems more reasonable. Wow, okay. So we don't have any traffic light here. We've just got to make sure it's clear and cross when we can, just like this truck is doing. All right, so we got 2 more cars coming. Beautiful. There's a guy in the road. It sees that he stopped, so it continues. Doesn't disrupt the flow of traffic. Very natural. Here's a guy with his door open. Didn't hit him, which is good. And would you look at that? We made it into the Best Buy parking lot. So I asked, can it get us from parking spot to parking lot with no interventions? So we started from the parking spot. We're now in the Best Buy parking lot here. And I didn't touch the controls once. How crazy is that? And it's a boring video really, but it's insane. It's insane that we have this technology, that computer vision can do this today. All right. So let's give it a parking spot here. So there you have it. 30-minute drive, parking spot to parking spot with 0 interventions. I was in a parking spot. I said, take me to Best Buy. It drove me to the Best Buy parking lot. It parked, and now I'm here. Just by saying where I wanted to go, I now am 30 minutes away without touching the controls in a car by myself. I mean, how cool is that? So you can have one too. Go to Tesla.com, order any new or used Tesla, and you get 1 month of FSD free. So what are you waiting for? Go order yours now, and let me know in the comments how you like it. If it's working just as well in your area as it does here in California. Every area is not going to be as good, obviously. But let me know how it's going for you, and we'll have more videos for you soon. Take care, everyone, and I hope hands-free FSD goes out to everyone very soon.